I'm Chef Jasper, and today we're in the kitchen making Sicilian pasta and broccoli, an old school dish that I'm pretty well versed in, I can tell you that. Being Sicilian myself, of course, and loving pasta with vegetables. This is what the Italians ate for hundreds of years before tomatoes came into their country, of course. So let's get started here. Some beautiful broccoli here. The broccoli heads. Now I want to show you a little trick. Here, we'll trim this just this little small piece off the bottom. That's it. That's our only waste, okay? And then, look, I'll trim down this way because the stems, in my opinion, may be just the best part of this broccoli. So I have my certain crazy ways of cutting this. Look at this, just like that. And then, of course, I want those florets. So I'm going to cut them once. Sometimes I don't even cut the florets. I do the same dish exactly with cauliflower. If you love cauliflower, oh my. But this right here, this is great in the pasta. Gives it some great crunch. Look at this. No waste at all. Just cut those little pieces up a little bit. And then the broccoli florets, you can cut them or just break them apart. That's all we have to do. Now, the dish itself, not a lot of ingredients. Extra virgin olive oil, that's kind of a must, you know, we got to have that in there. And of course, some onions, a little bit of red pepper, and some salt. I kind of cheat a little bit. I like butter in mine. You could do that too. I'll give you that hint in just a little bit. Let this come up a little bit, maybe 3 minutes or so. In the meantime, let's get ready here. Let's turn this stove on and get this going here. Look at this. A little bit of extra virgin olive oil in our pan. We need to get the flavor going. Of course, people always say this, you know, I do a crock pot dish or I do an Instapot dish. That's great, but you're not going to build the layers. You're not going to get all the flavors that I'm getting out of this. Of course, let's get our garlic ready because this is going to go quick. I like those slices of garlic. It's up to you. You can mince it, whatever you'd like. We want that garlic flavor in this. I have said before, you know, as I get older, I'm starting to love my garlic. I don't know what happened to me all of a sudden. I was always a little conservative with the garlic, but not anymore. So our garlic is ready, and that's it. Now, the mise en place. Everything is in place, and we are ready to start. Get our onions in our pan here. Don't do the onions and garlic together. Okay? Saute that. This goes by very quickly. As our broccoli is almost ready. We want it kind of crunchy. This kind of works hand in hand. I'll take the broccoli out with a slotted spoon. I'll put it in my pan with the onion and garlic. And then, of course, a little more of that water, a little more extra virgin olive oil while the pasta is cooking. This can literally take 10 to 12 minutes for the whole dish. All right, we're just stirring these onions. They're not caramelized, but they're just where I want them right now. And the garlic is in here. The flavor's in here. The broccoli is just perfect at this point. We're going to take out the broccoli. Don't worry about some of that water. We want that. We're going to use more of this pasta water for our sauce. And now this is the beginning. And more than anything, if you don't get all the broccoli out, that's okay because, again, we're going to cook this all together at one point. But I'm getting most of it out right now. There we go. That's about 95% of it. At this point, now, of course, our water is boiling again. And what are we going to do? We're going to add our pasta. Get that flame going really well. And that's all we have to do at this point. We'll give this pasta a quick stir. We're going to reserve some of that water, but just let that pasta cook for about 8 minutes or according to package directions. Pasta al dente. Just perfect. And now, of course, we're going to put it in my pan right here. But the little secret, do not throw that water away. We'll just scoot this back here now. And of course, here we go. Now, look at this. Yes, this is just perfect. And what's happening right now, we're kind of getting all these flavors together, but I'm not even through yet. No, a little bit of pepperoncini rosso. I like my spices. You can even add basil right now too. I love basil in this. Fresh spinach at this time. Put it in the pan. It's going to cook down a little bit. We need to salt it. We've already salted our water, but still we need to salt it. Just a touch of black pepper. Not a lot of pepper. And then, of course, more olive oil. You're going to think maybe you have too much olive oil. You don't on this. And I have another little secret. I like a little bit of chicken broth in here. And I add a little bit of butter sometimes. Just a butter, just a little French touch just to finish it off. And now that pasta water. This is like our broth, our brodo. And we finish cooking it all in the pan. It's easy. It's delicious. It's Sicilian pasta con broccoli. And of course, we finish up a little more oil, give it a little more toss. But I love it with a little bit of grated pecorino Romano right on top. The Romano and that water kind of makes it a little creamy. You never know. There you go. This is what we love. This is Sicilian pasta con broccoli at another level. And I just wish you were here to smell how delicious it is. Better than that, make it yourself, and you'll see what I'm talking about. This is one dish that I'm proud to serve my family, especially with our heritage, because we know Sicilian pasta, but also to my friends who I think will really enjoy it. I'm ready to eat. Let's mangia. Jasper's Kitchen is brought to you by Hen House Markets and Roth Living.